Hey everyone, welcome to what is the first installment of a DVC Blades. I don't know, I'm a knife dealer by trade, a collector to begin with, so I've sort of, by necessity, acquired a lot of different stuff over the years. So I'm going to kind of show you guys a range of stuff, and hopefully you learn something, or hopefully you see something you like. Most of these products will be available on our website, which you'll see at the end of the video. Without further ado, just let me jump right into it. First off, I'm going to show you German I brand knives, also called Carl Schleiper. You can hear them called 3i or 2i or 1i or just all this different stuff, and it's really confusing. The main thing you're looking for, guys, these things are hard to date. All of them are worth money, but simply, I mean, like all knives, you got to look at the style. All right, this shield with the single eye on it, if you can see that, and a single eye stamp on the blade is roughly going to tell us 70s, 80s, but we're not positive on that. Fortunately, with this brand, it doesn't matter. You know, a canoe with them from the 50s is worth about as much as a canoe with them from the 80s, give or take. Now, some of their stuff is real funky. Like, I'll show you one that's just an oddball to throw out there. This guy defies all the stamp logic that we have with them. It's got one eye here, which tells me it should have been made in the 60s or 70s. We flip this guy over. It's got our DRGM stamp, which is our German, it's a German design stamp. So what this tells us, they stopped using this post-World War II, around 53 was the last application for it. So I know that this knife was made 1953 latest. By the look of it, because I've seen enough of these, I'm going to guess that this was wartime or pre-wartime. It's a utility knife. It's rugged. It was made for someone to use and carry. So this is one of those situations where you can look at a tang stamp chart and it'll tell you an approximation that's totally wrong, because this other stamp's going to override it. Super cool knife, by the way. Very similar to like a Remington 1123, at least as far as action is concerned. You'll see it here. So we have great closing snap on it. Blades are full. You see from the top down. Alright guys, and this is just a little me shut up and you can look at the knife, because that's my favorite part. And pictures just really don't do these things justice. You really need a 3D shot of it. And there it is by the ruler if you guys want to see it. It's a little over 4 inches closed. Blades are full. I'm going to call this one close to mint. We do have a little tiny crack down here on the pin. Pretty common. I don't think this one has been rehandled, because it's got these bolsters up top, which is uncommon for these, so I think this is all original. Alright, now we're still on iBrand. All of this is iBrand. Check this out. Now we're going to throw in a random copperhead. Now where did this thing come from? We've got that eye shield again. Single eye on here, single eye on here. Again, I'm looking 70s, 80s probably. You'll see a lot of these in Kissing Crane, Boker. It's a common pattern. Again, we call that a copperhead. Let me set that down for you. It's a type of jackknife, one of the most popular. Case makes a style of this that runs back to the 1800s. It's just a really popular knife. And again, like all the iBrand stuff, if you get one for, you know, for a bargain, they're going to increase in value, and they're just fantastic knives. This one's probably 70s. Let me set this guy down again by the ruler here. This knife, I don't really need to do too much in and out on it. It looks unused to me, so without a box, I'm going to call it, anything without a box, guys, I'm going to call near mint, because I can't call it new without a box. I just won't do that. Some people will. I am not willing to. So there's another one. Now, and if you guys collect knives, you're going to notice that with these patterns I'm pulling out, it's a lot like Case or Winchester or anyone else. This company was around for a long time, 100 years plus. They have all the patterns. They made war knives. They made all this different stuff. So you're seeing things from 60 plus years ago up to current. So just try to bear with me. Fortunately, it's once you get a handle on this stuff, it's not so hard to follow. But again, this is one I picked up, and we're seeing the single eye again. We got rustless on there, which I don't see too often on these. Let's see if there's no model number, guys. On the more current I-brand trappers, you see model numbers like GXDS or FXDS. Again, with these, I'm guessing that this one's older, probably 60s, 70s. It's not like case stuff. A new one or a newer one, $150. Old one, because it's a little bit harder to find, $225 to the right guy. It's not like a case knife where it's like $3,000 all of a sudden. So, again, there's that beauty. I'm sorry, guys, I keep moving my hands. Let's get you a look at the rear scale there. And I do want to give a shout out to my wife here who's working the camera, by the way, for our first video. And guys, this is the last I-brand knife that I'm showing now. Again, these are going to be incremental and they'll probably just be mixed in. So stay tuned because we got a lot of stuff to show you. I say this one for last because this is just like a what is this thing. We've got I'm going to call it a jumbo or straight large jack folding hunter, except for this one's not as rugged as like a standard folding hunter. You can see it's more of like a slimline jack. Single eye shield. Once again, that's weird. We got a trademark with an eye, single eye, so probably 1970s. Again, mint, no box, so we'll call it near mint. This is funky. I've never seen an I-brand knife in this form factor before. Almost 5 inches. Kind of a gent's knife, maybe like a fruit knife or something. Definitely not heavy use, but a very high-end piece. Looks like green bone. Really well done. So again, you guys can take a look at that one. Super nice. And that is it for the I-brand stuff, guys. If you have questions, you can post them in the comments. I'm happy to answer any questions you guys have. If you want specific types of videos made, or you want to see certain knives, I have so much backstock, guys. Request it, I'll get it on here, because I don't know what you want to see. I'm just showing you the stuff that I like and kind of working my way through it. So please post in comments and more to come.